Tara and Andy's film reviews on OurGamers.co.uk.
Welcome back, Andy.
Hello, thank you for having me, Tara.
No problem. So today we're going to be talking about something that was a massive thing in my childhood. Not so much with Andy. So
Mr. Blobby.
No! A little bit, but... Power Rangers, which was such a big thing for me growing up. I watched like pretty much every series that came out.
And going into this, I want to say that I watched barely any of them. I was just old enough to think it was a bit naff.
Yeah.
So I never actually done much with it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like when we got talking about this, there was almost like a massive conflict here because I was like, how can you not like it? How have you not watched it? How can you judge it? Super Sentai what? Like, so... which killed it for me. But yeah, so there was this massive debate and I was not backing off because I was not accepting that Andy was like, no. And I'm like, no, this is my childhood this time. You had Transformers. This is my time, okay? This is Power Rangers and you're going to accept it and you're going to enjoy it and we're going to go see it. And this is what happened. So the film's called Power Rangers. So it's a reboot of the original, which I loved, as you can tell. Classified 12A. The director is Dean Israelite. You've got starring in this film, Dacre, Montgomery, Naomi Scott, RJ Cyler. You've also got like Becky G and was it Elizabeth Banks?
Yep.
Yeah, I got the name right. Oh, and Bill Hayder. You got quite a few
Bill Hayder,
known.
yep. Bryan, Cranston.
Loads of known names in
Loads
this one.
of them.
Yeah. So they went all out there. Genre, action, adventure, sci-fi. Running time, 2 hours and 4 minutes. I'll get to the later on. But I just want to point out as well, I'm really glad with the outcome of like our experience of the film, what I got out of it, and mostly you, because I was really concerned dragging you into this film that was all about my childhood.
Yeah.
And you were like, ugh, do we have to?
I was going to say that I went in as open as I could be.
Yeah.
Because I really wasn't fussed about the film as a series as sort of thing.
And it was, I know.
So I wasn't excited. I wasn't like, oh my God, we must see that, we must review that.
And it makes a change, especially when you're older and like you've got more experience, life experience than me. But the fact is, it was always that you had seen the original of something and I hadn't. So it was such a change that it was actually, I know all of this and I know the theme songs and I know the characters and I know the story and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. Cool. So it was interesting, but I was hoping that you'd enjoy it. In brief, this is about a group of high school students who are infused with unique superpowers, harness their abilities in order to save the world.
As if anyone doesn't know what Power Rangers is.
Oh, I know. Yeah, exactly, Andy. Mm-hmm.
Well, I knew.
You just, I know. I don't want to say the words, but it was almost like you didn't like it. You just thought it was so cheesy. Well, yes, there's a lot of cheese, but it was so enjoyable. You knew every episode. It was like the same layout.
I know.
But you looked forward to it and you knew where it was going. So, exactly. Okay, story and script's the first bit we're going to be talking about. And overall, not bad. Not great, but it's not bad. What have you got?
The intro did get me curious. I don't know how much of the intro they actually ever covered in the series or anything like that, but I had no idea
that's different,
that Power Rangers were... Well, in this film anyway, they're from like the powers are from like many times ago. Yeah.
So, I got the same thing. Great opening scene to build foundation for story and characters. So it was a very good, strong start. I absolutely loved that. I did find the film a little lengthy, which I think is where the pace and the running time come in for me. There were a few interesting scenes, but mostly story and not enough action. Like, I needed more Power Rangers action, like what they're known for. And I just want to say, since they took this long setting up, I hope there's more action in any potential sequels. So,
fingers crossed.
Yes.
I did like the way they started it off. Power Rangers, obviously, this big, bright, loud thing. And they started it off with a bit of story, went into a bit of a quiet scene, and the title was minimal. They didn't. It wasn't big and in your face like you'd expect. It was quite nice. The introduction for the characters for the story was really well done.
I like that actually.
They threw all the characters in there and then they developed them throughout the film. Didn't really focus on anything too much. Yeah, it was okay. As you say, it did seem a bit lengthy, but if they are setting it up for a bigger story, sort of next time, or they've got all the main part out of the way now, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Some silly cheesy mows, you gotta have that obviously.
Oh yeah, it was enjoyed and got giggles throughout.
Exactly. Quite a few. I found there were quite a few unanswered / overlooked / ignored questions regarding the plot, so oh well, I guess. I gotta watch it again. Maybe I missed something, but there were some things that just didn't quite make sense, or they just kind of brushed it under the carpet and carried on with the film. So yeah, few quirks and nods to the original. Yay!
Yes.
So I was like, so I like that. But I did find it a little bit too draggy. So all I can say is, like, what comes to mind when you think of, like, Power Rangers from the original? And if you hear, like, oh, Power Rangers reboot, there are certain expectations and requirements that I didn't feel they were quite met. And I think that's what's affected my score a little bit on this film. So, no, I wasn't entirely satisfied or thrilled, and the bits I looked forward to weren't enough throughout, but at the end of the day, it wasn't a bad film either. It's good for the family, fans and noobs alike. Anything else?
Nope.
No? Also, just want to point out, mid-credit scene...
Oh, I've actually got that note as well, yeah.
Well, I just asked you then. Nope. Oh, is it in your randoms?
It was going to go under randoms, but Karen.
Oh, no, we can do it now, can't we?
Yes.
So mid-credit scene, hence thinking sequel. It did get me somewhat excited, to be quite honest, so I am looking forward to that. So yeah. Now, moving on to an aspect of the film that was absolutely brilliant, the CGI, which I think was the main strong aspect of the film, to be quite honest. I mean, that morphin time, hello, that was awesome. I enjoyed that. So it was great. CGI was great. From the morphine...
You do like your morphine time.
Oh, yeah. Morphine. Not morphine. Morphine. Yeah, from the morphin to the fight scenes, to the Zords, to that Megazord. Wow, that was so cool. I mean, it looks nothing like what you see in the originals. Not like in the original...
There's a man in a rubber suit.
Like, no. Well, maybe. No, yeah, well, yeah. But... every Zord still has its place and you can see what's what and the colours are distinguishable. This Zord was like, hello, Transformer sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? So it wasn't as distinguishable separate sections as you had from the original. But it still looked absolutely amazing, so it's fine. I give it a pass. It's all right. But I think that's all I have for CGI. But just that it was
CGI,
so good.
CGI was good. It's obviously going to have to be good to compete with other films nowadays.
And, like, obviously, because it was back in the day, and you got your people in your suits. I mean, how silly. I mean, that's part of the charm of it all from back in the day. Like, it did look so stupid, but it was enjoyable. And it was, I mean, we are talking about, 20-ish years ago. That it all came out, so obviously effects were different back then, but it was for kids and it was so much fun. But obviously now the CGI is a very strong aspect, and I'm glad they did it. I'm glad it wasn't like a cheesy remake. I'm glad it was like a
proper effort.
Yeah, exactly, that they did do that and they did it right, so I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah, me too.
Anything else? Costumes, which kind of is like from the CGI aspect. The armor suits are epic. Just saying, they are insanely good. So, I mean, there have been so many types throughout the years and the various series that came out, but of course, this one takes the cake. Cosplay.
Yeah,
like,
I've got a note saying about how it looks obviously better than the original ones. Like, they've upgraded them as they should have.
It looks so good. Budget went into there, didn't it? It was so good.
Yes.
Like, who would you be? I never asked.
Who would I be?
Yeah, you'd be the yellow one. I'm joking.
Probably red.
I would. Yeah, I'd imagine you'd be red, not the black one.
Blue. No,
you'd want your own colour. You'd probably want a teal coloured one, wouldn't you?
Teal colour. Yeah. No, I imagine the smarter one more than anything. So probably blue. Because Billy was always.
Oh, so you're not going by colour. You're going by quality.
Yeah.
And what about the Zord? I always wanted to be pink. I always wanted to be Kimberly. Always. Not just because it was pink, but she had that skirt. Obviously, we all know about the whole skirt situation. But also...
Yeah, girls need skirts when they're fighting.
And to distinguish them as girls. How sexist. But, no, and obviously I liked her Zord as well, so... But yeah, so you're just going because Billy's smart, so you're going to go with that?
Yeah, it's a sort of... The smart one's always the blue one, isn't it? I don't know. I've never watched the series.
I need to show you the original. I bet you at the end of it you're going to love it. You're just going to get brainwashed and love it. Just like all of us kids from the 90s did. Okay, anything else on costumes?
No.
I have one more thing.
Uh-oh.
Cosplay, obviously, I said. Not to mention, I so badly would love to cosplay Rita Repulsa's green costume. Love. It is amazing. And all the gold on her face. I don't know how quite I would do that. I was sitting there thinking, how would I make that? How would I do that? Because I just so badly wanted to cosplay that character. It looks amazing. I love it. I have to make a little staff as well. Gonna stick all the used up toilet roll tubes like you did as a kid to make a staff, you know.
I've never done that.
Well, I had to do it for a school play, but anyway.
Yeah, school.
Yeah. Shots and action.
I was really impressed early on. There was a car crash.
Yes, how good was that?
And I was really impressed at that. It's such a sort of simple idea, I guess, but so really well done.
Yeah.
And that just put me in the mood like this film is going to have to carry on from that because they've done that so soon. If they'd have, they did do good shots after that, but that one straight out of the thing is just like, wow. And
they had quite a few slow-mo, and sometimes you think, okay, there was a bit too much slow-mo, but sometimes the slow-mo was quite effective as well, how it was done.
Yeah.
In regards to the car crash, obviously prior to the car crash was a car chase.
Yes.
And that was an interesting shot.
The same camera shot for the whole thing, wasn't it?
It was a continuous 360 spinning shot showing progression, which was such an interesting take for a car chase, because normally you have the shot of the person in the car, then you've got a full length,
and cuts from that, and it cuts from a car going past, and it cuts from another view.
I know, exactly. And here it was, you just staying in the same car, and you're just spinning around the whole, and then suddenly, boom, car crash.
When I meant the car crash, I meant that as well, because my note was that it was the same camera shot the whole time, wasn't it?
I know.
Even
I thought that was so
throughout the
effective.
crash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really cleverly done, because they could have easily done it the typical way that you would do a car chase, which has been done so often. What else have I got?
Regarding shots and action, the fights weren't tremendously bad.
No.
It's a lot better than the series. I should really compare it to the series. I haven't seen the series.
No, you haven't.
I just passed judgment on the series years ago. It just stuck with me over the time. I've grown.
Don't. No. My inner child will beat you. Or she can try. For you good
your inner child will be about as effective as your outer child.
Shut up, Andy. A few good action shots and martial artsy stuff. Obviously, that's needed in the film. But as I said, in regards to the whole story and action thing, I just didn't think there was enough action. Or, I don't know. It was very strongly, heavily story-based.
This is
because they're setting everything up, aren't they?
Yeah, this is one of those ones that could be setting up an origin story for the rest of the films. Anyway.
Exactly.
2 or 3 films in total.
Anything else?
Yeah, while we're on shots and action, we haven't got a point for soundtrack, so I thought I'd throw it in there. The soundtrack, the score and the songs that they added on were actually all pretty sweet.
Complaint.
You have a complaint?
I have a little complaint.
Oh, I'll just say they're pretty sweet.
The soundtrack was really good, but hello, go Power Rangers. I could so burst out into song, but I'm not going to do that to you guys. That is like the song. How much of it did we get? I'm sorry, 5 seconds?
A verse?
Not happy.
A verse.
Just a verse. I know. That was it.
Maybe they don't own the rights to it.
I waited. I don't know. It was like, excuse me? You've just made a film about Power Rangers. The theme song itself, it was like 5 seconds. I'm not happy with that. I wanted more. By the time I got into it and started singing along, it was done.
She's getting angry.
And then what song was it that came in instead? Sorry, Paper Cut You. Oh, what song was it that came on instead? Which was also a good song, so it's a good soundtrack. But, I can't remember.
They had some good songs in there, though. There's a Kanye West one in there.
That's the one. Couldn't remember his name.
Power?
Yeah. But it was like... Okay, anyway. So that was a good choice for the scene. It did work really well. But, obviously, I want to hear my Power Rangers theme song anyway. So, that's my only little complaint. But other than that, like what you said, the soundtrack was quite good and it was quite fitting. So, Next topic? What's the next topic? Casting characters. You threw me because it's like you just slotted in a soundtrack. Casting characters did okay. Did enjoy Billy's character. I think he played quite well.
Yes.
So
yes, I like Billy's character.
That wasn't an easy one.
The only people I recognised were obviously Rita Repulsa.
Yeah.
Zordon and the voice of Alpha 5 as known actors, and they were all.
I recognised Becky G. I'm like, she's going from singing into acting now.
Who's Becky G?
That's my point. Becky G. She's a singer.
Okay.
And she's now dipping her feet in acting.
Yeah. So the only ones I recognised were those 3. So as far as I'm concerned, the Power Rangers all did a good job as.
Naomi Scott, I think, was from Disney Channel?
No, I wouldn't have seen that either. Then,
and some other series, I can't remember now. Sorry, carry on.
No, I carry
Dacre, I don't know though. He was new. I've not seen him in anything else. The Red Ranger.
Yeah, I know. What are you talking about?
Yeah, so I had a few familiar faces, and then some I was like, oh, they're new.
I was going to say it was nice to have them all unknown, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, I see.
All small people compared to bigger names. Well, no, because if you have like one named one and then the rest weren't.
Oh yeah,
it'd be a bit unfair.
But
this way they're all coming in. They're all sort of equal footing in my eyes. I don't see any of them as being a bigger star than the other ones. It's nice having the whole team on the same playing field.
Yeah, exactly. No, I agree. Yeah, it was more of a serious film than the original series. Well, there were some silly, cheesy moments, like I said, but you didn't have that Bulk and Skull comedic aspect that you had from the original.
Yeah, it's possibly a good thing.
Yeah, I'm wondering as well. I'm just warning you now that they're not in there, but it wouldn't have worked. I can't see it working. There is a bully, though, isn't
there?
There is, but it's not that Bulk and Skull thing.
Is he actually named as one?
You need... Oh, I don't know.
Keep talking.
Oh, I don't know. But, it's just not the same, though, is it? There's two numpties in every episode, pretty much. So, yeah.
I don't know, I didn't watch every episode. And surely after 158 episodes, that would have been...
theme song of every series that came out. How sad is that?
After 154 episodes, or however many Bulk was in, surely that would have gotten old.
Maybe there was a little bit of character development there for you. Okay, I think that's all I've got for cast and characters.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, randoms.
Yep.
What have you got?
Kids loving it, because we had kids giggle and get excited at some of the action.
Yeah.
That was a nice touch.
It's definitely a family film. Like, you can bring your kid... The adults are probably going to be the ones that have seen the original, and then it's nice to kind of introduce the kids into it.
Yeah.
So it is a good family film. Hence, like, new and old, people who knew the series, or maybe even people that didn't, Andy, to kind of introduce them into it and get them interested. Hopefully, I will make you sit down and watch every single episode, and by the end of it, you're going to be singing every single theme song from every single series of Power Rangers that came out. Oh, yeah. It's good.
And I was going to say I actually enjoyed the film with
it. It was just such a big thing for my childhood, that's all. Along with My Little Pony.
You never want to know about my childhood.
No, but it makes a change, doesn't it? That's all it was. I was like, we have to see this film just for the fact that it's something I know about and you don't. Which will never ever come up again,
and I still knew stuff you didn't know anyway.
But yeah, no, I think I don't really have anything for randoms. So, rate it is. What are you going to rate it?
I'm going to be generous.
Oh.
And give it a 7.
Oh, good.
Now,
I'm glad.
I was umming about a 6, but I did a good job for what it was.
Exactly,
and
yeah.
I actually enjoyed the film. And
I'm glad.
Considering I went in there not thinking much about Power Rangers, come out enjoying the film, they've obviously done well.
I was so happy. Yeah, the only thing is with me, I'm not quite there at a 7.
Because you're cynical.
No,
You're
oh
mean.
gosh, I'm turning into a certain someone. No, it's not perfect, but it is an enjoyable film, and I do look forward to a sequel. I really do. Hopefully, I can give that one a higher score, but for this one, I'm going to give it a 6 purely because I wasn't entirely satisfied with the ratios of Power Ranger-ness and story. But considering it's probably more of that origin sort of let's base it all story film. I can't find my words right now. The film is all about getting the story together. Hence, there's not going to be a lot of action in it. So, but that's purely
We want more action next time.
Definitely more action. More Power Ranger-ness next time, please, and then I'll knock it up.
I nearly thumped the table then, I thought, no, I'll thump my leg instead. Actually hurt.
So, yeah, and the rating it has gotten is a 7.1, so it's not really bad. Like I said, it is a good one for the family. The CGI is incredible, the costumes look great, the soundtrack's not too bad. You only get the 5 seconds, enjoy them while you can, of the theme song. And it is heavily story-based, so just go with it. Go, go, Power Ranger.
I knew if I did that, you'd sing it.
Okay, I'm done.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye for now.
Go, go, Power Rangers. Do, 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 go, go, Power Rangers. Do, 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 go, go, Power Rangers. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Thanks to Cineworld Festival Leisure Park Basildon for the best experience around.